Hello students. In the last class, I explained about the first step of respiration. Students, I think so you remember. Respiration, it takes place in three steps. The first step is glycolysis, and the second step is Krebs pathway, and the third step is electron transport system. This I already told you. And in the last class, I explained about glycolysis, the process of breakdown of one glucose molecule to form two pyruvic acid molecules, then that is called as glycolysis. And the second step of the respiration is Krebs pathway, and today I am going to discuss about that. And yesterday's class, after I finished discussing about the glycolysis, I also explained the fate of pyruvic acid. Now, again, we will go back. If you take one glucose molecule, now you tell me how many pyruvic acid molecules are formed by one glycolysis? Two pyruvic acid molecules. Now, these two pyruvic acid molecules, they undergoes two reactions. That reactions are called as link reactions. Of course, you can call it as gateway reactions also. And these gateway reactions may, you can be able to see the formation of acetyl coenzyme A formation. So acetyl CoA, coenzyme A, simply you can write it as CoA. So acetyl coenzyme A formation you can be able to see. That means one glucose produces two pyruvic acids, and these two pyruvic acids, both of the pyruvic acids, they undergoes two link reactions, and they produces two acetyl coenzymes, and these two acetyl coenzyme A's, they participate in Krebs pathway. That means one glucose, it undergoes two link reactions, that means acetyl coenzyme formations, and two Krebs cycles. That means one glucose KLa, one glycolysis, two link reactions, two Krebs pathways are required. Hope you understood. Okay, if you have any confusions, please let me know. Okay, I think so I told you clearly, but see, if I think that is not enough, you should understand personally. Okay, now let us go for the details of this second step of the respiration, that is called as Krebs cycle. Now let's start. This Krebs cycle was discovered by Sir Hans Krebs because he identified, Sir Hans Krebs, he is the one who identified this mechanism. That's why it is called as a Krebs pathway or Krebs cycle. I think you understood now why we are calling the second step of the respiration as Krebs pathway, because it was given by Sir Hans Krebs in the year 1937 in the Pigeon mussel. Okay, in the pigeon mussel, he noticed or he observed the clear reaction of the second step of the respiration. That is because he identified it, he gave his name. That's why we are calling it as Krebs pathway. Hope you understood. Now let us take the second point. As if you take the Krebs cycle, the Krebs cycle में the first formed stable compound is citric acid, because the first formed stable compound in Krebs pathway is citric acid. That's why we are calling it as citric acid pathway or citric acid cycle. Hope you understood now. Again, I'll tell you just for safety. In Krebs pathway, the first formed stable compound is citric acid. As the first formed stable compound in the Krebs cycle is citric acid, it is called a citric acid pathway or citric acid cycle. Now listen carefully, because the next point, it is very important point. Now if you take one citric acid molecule, that means you take one citric acid molecule, then you observe the structure, the molecular structure of this particular citric acid, then you can be able to notice every citric acid molecule, it consisting of three carboxylic groups in it. That means every citric acid has three carboxylic acid groups. Because the citric acid, it consisting of three carboxylic groups, it is called as tricarboxylic acid. Understood na? That is the reason why Krebs pathway, it is also called as tricarboxylic acid pathway or tricarboxylic acid cycle. But every time writing tricarboxylic acid pathway, it is a little difficult na? That's why simply you can write it as TCA cycle or TCA pathway. In the name itself, see, I need not to tell you. T, tri, C, carboxylic A, acid, pathway. Understand, a TCA pathway, tricarboxylic acid pathway. Hope you understood, students, where this Krebs cycle, it takes place in matrix of mitochondria. Students, again I will explain you, because na, the places where these steps of respirations they are taking place, many times they are being asked in your NEET exam. Glycolysis, it takes place in cytoplasm of the cell. Now glycolysis, it produces pyruvic acid. Now the pyruvic acid fate, it is always decided by presence or absence of oxygen. If oxygen is present, it undergoes aerobic respiration. No, if oxygen is absent, then it undergoes anaerobic respiration. And anaerobic respiration, it undergoes either alcoholic fermentation, or it may undergo lactic acid fermentation based on the respective enzyme. For example, if alcoholic fermentation, alcoholic dehydrogenase, no, it is forming lactic acid, then the enzyme catalyzing this reaction is lactic dehydrogenase. Hope you understood. Now, if oxygen is available to the pyruvic acid, this pyruvic acid, it enters into the perimitochondrial space of the mitochondria. What is the meaning of perimitochondrial space? If you take one mitochondria out, now you take one mitochondria, you start observing it under electron microscope. Then what you can see now, the mitochondria, it is covered by two membranes. Outer membrane is a continuous membrane, it don't have any folds or any interruptions, कुछ भी नहीं है, clear, a continuous membrane. So outer continuous membrane, but please see it carefully, the inner membrane, it is having certain folds, and this folds of the inner membrane, that is called as cristae. So outer membrane is continuous and inner membrane is folded. Okay, now this space that is present between outer membrane and inner membrane of mitochondria, that only are calling it as perimitochondrial space. Hope you understood. In the perimitochondrial space, the link reaction, I mean when I call link reaction, you need to understand acetyl coenzyme A formation. Simply you can call it as acetyl CoA formation. Whereas the second step, this is link reaction. Okay, whereas the second step of the reaction, which you are calling it as Krebs cycle, that takes place in matrix of mitochondria. What is matrix of mitochondria? Now let us again go back to the structure of mitochondria. Now if you take mitochondria, inside the mitochondria, it consisting of a fluid, and the fluid that is present in the mitochondria, that is called as matrix. In the matrix, suspending, floating on the matrix only, you can be able to see this what I call nucleoid, that means DNA, and also ribosomes also can be seen, some amount of food material also can be seen. So that means you are understanding, I think so. Indirectly I'm telling you something. Mitochondria is a semi-autonomous cell organelle, it can be able to replicate by itself. What is the meaning of semi-autonomous? The cell organelle which don't depend, which need not to wait for the cell division for its own division, it can be able to divide by itself. Then that type of cell organelle, it is called as a semi-autonomous cell organelle. Whereas mitochondria is one of the semi-autonomous cell organelle. The other one is also there, that is chloroplast. Okay, this I already explained in cell biology, so now I don't want to explain again, so I'm stopping here only now. I think you understood. Okay, because I have given the required, मुझे कितना चाहिए Krebs cycle के लिए उतना necessary explanation मैंने दिया. Okay, hope you got it. Now this Krebs pathway takes place in matrix of mitochondria, because the enzymes that are required for this Krebs pathway, they are all present in the matrix. That's why it is taking place in the matrix of mitochondria. Whereas Krebs pathway really a variety kind of pathway. Why I am describing like this, you know, basically Krebs pathway में amphibolism it is exists. What is the meaning of amphibolism? See, you know what is metabolism. Metabolism means the sum total of all the chemical reactions that takes place in an organism, that is called as metabolism. That आपको already 11th में I already explained in the first chapter itself, living world, which is the first chapter. In that very first chapter itself I told you what is metabolism. Such metabolism, I mean that chemical reactions, are of two types. One is catabolism, where the breakdown of large molecule to small molecules takes place, whereas anabolism may what happens, small molecules, they fuse to form one big molecule, that is called as anabolism. Catabolism में मतलब क्या है, big molecule it break down into two or more molecules. So that is called as anabolism and catabolism. Whereas anabolism, it is called as a constructive process, because small molecules, they are joining to form big molecules now. Whereas catabolism, it is called as a destructive process, because one big molecule, it is breaking down to form small molecules, that is called as what do you call, you are calling it as anabolism. I'm sorry, I think so I was mistaken. Small molecules that are joining to form big molecule, then that is called as anabolism. Big molecule, they are breaking down to form small molecules, and that is called as catabolism. Sorry, I think so I was mistaken, I'm extremely sorry for that. Now let us come to our point. What is our point? I am calling it is called as, it is amphibolic, understanding, or it is also called as anaplerotic. What is the meaning of anaplerotic or amphibolic? The same reaction, please try to understand, the same physiological mechanism. One way catabolism is taking place, the other way anabolism is also taking place. That means, see, photosynthesis, respiration, digestion, like that, there are certain physiological process are there now. Same physiological process, but the physiological process में one way catabolism भी चल रहे, the other way anabolism भी चल रहे, then that pathway, it is called as amphibolic or anaplerotic pathway. Hope you understood, but still I think some students, they have some confusions, so I'm explaining it once again. Amphibolic matlab, see, single pathway, only one. Krebs mechanism is only one pathway na, so it is one pathway only, but in that pathway mein some chemical reactions are showing anabolism, whereas some chemical reactions are showing catabolism. That means same mechanism mein both catabolism and also anabolism included, then that is called as amphibolic pathway. I think so now you understood very clearly. So simple. Same mechanism mein, if some chemical reactions are catabolic and some chemical reactions are anabolic, if both catabolism and anabolism both are existing in the same physiological activity, then that only it is called as amphibolic pathway. Hope you understood, students. Now during oxidation of one glucose molecule, that means if you take one glucose molecule, you know very well, one glucose molecule undergoes one glycolysis. Because of glycolysis, how many pyruvic acids are formed? Yesterday whole lesson, 1 hour lesson, I explained one glucose molecule kitna number of pyruvic acids will be formed, 2. So one glucose yields 2 pyruvic acids, and 2 pyruvic acids, they undergoes two link reactions. So two link reactions, obviously two acetyl coenzymes. If two acetyl coenzymes, obviously two rounds of Krebs cycle. Hope you understood. Okay, now let us go for, so this is all introduction about Krebs pathway, students. I think I explained you so clearly, but still if you have any confusions, please let me know. Don't hide your doubts. Okay, now let us go for the second, that means I mean mechanism of the Krebs pathway. So this is a mechanism of the Krebs pathway. As the fonts are very small, so I am explaining it in a full screen vertical mode. Okay, now see, this is pyruvic acid. Okay, you can see now. I think so you can see. Okay, this is pyruvic acid, which consisting of 3 carbon atoms. Okay, this is a 3 carbon compound. Now it undergoes the link reaction. See, it is a link reaction, and this link reaction, it is taking place in the perimitochondrial space. Okay, now this link reaction, it will be catalyzed by pyruvic dehydrogenase complex. Okay, now yesterday only I explained all these things, just safety ke liye once again I'm repeating. Okay, and it loses certain some number of hydrogens, which will be accepted by NAD and converts into NADH2. Okay, and it also loses one carbon in form of carbon dioxide, and it is added with the coenzyme. See, coenzyme, it is getting added, and then the acetyl coenzyme. So 2 carbon acetyl coenzyme, it is formed. Okay, now this is called as a link reaction. Okay, what is the significance of link reaction? Link reaction, it is connecting the glycolysis to the second step of the respiration, that is Krebs pathway. Understood na? Now let us start the Krebs pathway. Now this acetyl coenzyme from perimitochondrial space, it entered into the matrix of mitochondria. Now imagine all this reaction, now it is taking place in the matrix of mitochondria. Pura reaction abhi मैं दिख रहा है ना with my arrow mark, and this whole reaction it is taking place in the matrix of mitochondria. Matrix of mitochondria मतलब पता है ना, the fluid that is present in the mitochondria, that is called as matrix. Okay. Now the acetyl coenzyme, it entered into the matrix of mitochondria. Understanding it? When it entered into the matrix of mitochondria, this coenzyme ये है ना, दिख रहा है ना, ये coenzyme ये बाहर आएगा. See, बाहर आ गया, दिख रहा है ना आपको, ये बाहर आ गया. And again it go back to the perimitochondrial space, and again the pyruvic acid it produces acetyl coenzyme. That time again it will add. Understanding it? So what I want to tell you is acetyl coenzyme, after it entering into the matrix of mitochondria, from acetyl group the coenzyme it will be detached. See, came out. समझ में ना? Now only this acetyl group which is having two carbons. Now this acetyl group, it is having how many carbons? Just now 1 second back I told you it is having how many carbons? 2 carbons. It reacts with a 4 carbon compound. दिख रहा है ना? What is this 4 carbon compound? Oxaloacetic acid. Of course, very simply you can call it as oxaloacetate, no problem. See, meaning is same, so you don't worry about the word oxaloacetic acid or oxaloacetate. See, meaning is same, so don't worry about it. Very simply, every time you can't be able to write oxaloacetic acid na, it will be little difficult na. That's why you can write OAA, oxalo O acetic A acid, A OAA. Okay, first time you write oxaloacetic acid, but second time onwards you can use the simple form called as OAA. Hope you remember. Okay, now abhi acetyl में कितना कार्बन से? 2, एंड ऑक्सलोएसिटिक एसिड में कितना कार्बन है? 4. सो 2 + 4 कितना? कितना? 6 है ना? सो इट रिजल्ट्स इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ए 6 कार्बन कंपाउंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ सिट्रिक एसिड और सिट्रेट. से दिख रहा है ना? 6 कैसे आ गया? 6 बिकॉज एसिटाइल में 2 है, ऑक्सलोएसिटिक एसिड में 4 है. 4 + 2 6. I think now you understood so clearly than earlier. Okay, now the citric acid formation, it is catalyzed by an enzyme called as citric synthetase. What is that? Citric synthetase. I think आपको दिख रहा है ना? मुझे तो दिख रहे हैं. I think you are also understanding. Okay, now this citric acid is a first formed stable compound in the pathway. पूरा pathway में देखो किधर first formed stable compound का है? citric acid. That's why it is called citric acid pathway. Where citric acid pathway में you can, आपको दिख रहे हैं ना, 1 carboxylic, 1 second one, third one. So 3 carboxylic groups are there. That's why it is called as tricarboxylic acid. That's why Krebs pathway is also called as TCA pathway. Students, so you understood na? Now this is citric acid, it loses some water. थोड़ा पानी बाहर आएगा. Understanding it? Whereas this reaction is catalyzed by aconitase. I think a name little difficult, so I will pronounce it once again. Aconitase, which is where iron is a cofactor of this aconitase. Understanding it? That means without iron this aconitase cannot be able to work. Aconitase. Okay, now citric acid in the presence of aconitase, which is a iron dependent enzyme, it forms a 6 carbon compound called as isoaconitate. What is that? I'm extremely sorry. Cis-aconitate. I'm really sorry, I used a wrong word. Cis-aconitate. Okay, now this cis-aconitate, now it joins with one water molecule, and you know, surprising fact, and this is also catalyzed by aconitase. पहले रिएक्शन भी एक कैटलाइज्ड बाय एकोनिटेज, एंड दूसरा रिएक्शन आल्सो विल बी कैटलाइज्ड बाय एकोनिटेज. दैट मींस मैं इनडायरेक्टली क्या बोल रहा है ना, इट इज अ शॉर्ट लिव्ड इंटरमीडिएट कंपाउंड. दैट्स व्हाई if you see some textbooks, at least they don't even mention cis aconitase. Directly they will mention isocitric acid only. You know that? Why? You know, it is a very short lived compound. This is a so short-lived, it's a short-lived intermediate compound. You, if you want, after you finish my lecture, you after listening to my lecture, you take out any some textbooks. Some textbooks may they will mention cis-aconitate, and some textbook at least they don't even mention. Why they don't mention? क्योंकि the lifespan it is very very small, it is a short-lived intermediate compound, that's why they don't mention. So for example, in exam, for example, even in exam, if you directly citric acid, if you show the formation of isocitric acid, nothing will happen. I'm telling you, you trust me, nothing will happen. Understanding it? Directly citric acid in the presence of aconitase, which is a iron dependent, it joins with water and produces isocitrate. इतना है, directly you can write, you can skip this, you can skip this step, okay. That of course that's your wish, I should not suggest you like that being a teacher, but if you skip, as a teacher I can tell you, there is no problem, okay. That only I can tell you. Whether you write it or you don't write it, that is up to you. Understanding it? So then finally it produces isocitric acid, which is again a 6 carbon compound. That means carbons में कुछ change नहीं. That means इधर से इधर तक देर इज नो चेंज. नाउ द चेंज शुरू हो जाएगा. देखो, now the citric acid, now sorry, isocitric acid, which is 6 carbon, now it starts losing certain some number of hydrogens. Now see, दिख रहा है ना, some hydrogens, now they are accepted by the NAD and then they converts into NADH or NADH2, and this reaction it will be catalyzed by the isocitrate dehydrogenase. What is the meaning of dehydrogenase? Removing of the hydrogen. From whom? Isocitrate. So isocitrate dehydrogenase is an enzyme that is catalyzing this reaction. Now this is a magnesium dependent. That means the it is magnesium, it is acting as cofactor for this isocitrate dehydrogenase. Okay. Now this oxalosuccinate, that means isocitrate by removing certain hydrogens in form of NADH, it is forming oxalosuccinic acid, or simply you can write oxalosuccinate, which is again a 6 carbon compound. है ना, दिख रहे हैं ना आपको 6 कार्बन. यू जस्ट फॉलो माय एरो मार्क. इफ यू फॉलो माय एरो मार्क यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, नाउ इट इज फॉर्मिंग ऑक्सलोसक्सिनिक एसिड विच इज अ 6 कार्बन. नाउ देखो द चेंज इन द कार्बन्स धीरे धीरे चालू हो गया. नाउ दिस 6 कार्बन oxalosuccinic acid, it is a 6 carbon in the presence of oxalosuccinate decarboxylase. What is the meaning of decarboxylase? स्टूडेंट्स, बच्चों क्या पता है आपको? आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू ना, कि आपको याद है ना, व्हाट इज द डीकार्बोक्सिलेज? मतलब डीकार्बोक्सिलेज, रिमूविंग कार्बन. डिहाइड्रोजनेस, दैट मींस रिमूविंग हाइड्रोजन, whereas here decarboxylase, that means it removes the carbon. So 6 कार्बन से एक कार्बन बाहर आ गया. दिख रहा है ना? that carbon it is coming in the form of carbon dioxide. So oxalosuccinic acid, which is a 6 carbon one, in the presence of oxalosuccinic dehydrogenase, it is losing 1 carbon. 6 minus 1 कितना मिलेगा आपको? 6 minus 1 कितना है? 5 कार्बन, है ना. 6 में एक गया, कितना मिलेगा? 5 कार्बन, है ना. सो इट रिजल्ट्स इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ 5 कार्बन कंपाउंड कॉल्ड एज अल्फा कीटो ग्लूटारिक एसिड. नेम थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है ना, एक दो तीन बार पढ़ो, आपको थोड़ा आदत हो जाएगा. ओके, अल्फा कीटो glutaric acid. Simply here it is mentioned glutarate, so there is no problem, you don't worry about it, but you try to understand the word. Okay, alpha keto glutaric acid, which is a 5 carbon one. Hope you're understanding now. Now this alpha keto glutaric acid, which is a 5 carbon one, in the presence of alpha keto glutaric dehydrogenase complex. That means complex मतलब क्या है? It has dehydrogenase and also decarboxylase, then only it is called as complex. So in the presence of alpha glutaric dehydrogenase complex, dehydrogenase का मतलब क्या है? It loses some hydrogens and these hydrogens are accepted by NAD and it forms NADH2, है ना. And it also loses 1 carbon in form of carbon dioxide. अभी कितना है? 5 है. 5 में और एक गया, so 5 minus 1 कितना है? 4. So it results in the formation of a 4 carbon compound called as succinyl coenzyme. सर succinyl तो समझ में आया सर, अल्फा कीटोग्लूटारिक एसिड में 5 कार्बन से 5 में एक गया, सो सक्सिनल ग्रुप आ गया। ये कोएंजाइम कैसे आ गया? मैट्रिक्स में there is freely floating coenzyme is there. This coenzyme which is freely floating in the matrix of the mitochondria, it joins to the succinyl group. That's why it is called as succinyl coenzyme. Understanding it or not? Now this particular step I wanted to again describe it, again explain it, because इसमें 3 events at a time taking place ना, एक ही chemical reaction but 3 changes चल रहे हैं. Now that's why I wanted to explain it. Now oxalosuccinic acid, which is a 6 carbon one, in the presence of oxalosuccinic decarboxylase, it releases 1 carbon in form of carbon dioxide and forms a 5 carbon compound called as alpha ketoglutaric acid, that I already explained. Now I wanted to focus on this step. Okay, this step. Now this alpha ketoglutaric acid, it simultaneously undergoing 3 changes. साइमल्टेनियसली एक ही बार 3 चेंजेस हो रहे हैं. व्हाट इज दैट? सी अल्फा कीटोग्लूटारिक एसिड, इट हैज हाउ मेनी कार्बन्स? टेल मी. 5 कार्बन्स. पहले चेंज क्या हो रहा है ना, फर्स्ट चेंज क्या है ना, इट इज लूजिंग सम हाइड्रोजन्स, चेंज नंबर 1, एंड दिस हाइड्रोजन्स विल बी एक्सेप्टेड बाय NAD एंड इट कन्वर्ट्स इनटू NADH2. याद है ना, ये दिख रहा है ना? चेंज नंबर 1. चेंज नंबर 2, दिस अल्फा कीटोग्लूटारिक एसिड which is a 5 carbon one, it loses 1 carbon in form of carbon dioxide. Change number 2. So 5 में एक बाहर आ गया, so 4 carbon. Now third change, so change number 1 हाइड्रोजन्स बाहर आया, change number 2 carbon in the form of carbon dioxide बाहर आ गया, change number 3 freely floating coenzyme A that is present in the matrix of mitochondria, it will be added to the reaction. Understanding it? So because coenzyme A it is added, it is resulting in the formation of succinyl coenzyme A, which is a 4 carbon one, by 3 changes. What are the 3 changes? Tell me. Change number 1 hydrogen removal, and change number 2 carbon removal, change number 3 coenzyme A addition, which results in the formation of a 4 carbon compound called as succinyl coenzyme. समझ में आया ना students? I think so. I told you very slowly and also clearly. I am thinking so. Okay. Now the next reaction. Sorry, I forgot. And this reaction, it is catalyzed by alpha ketoglutaric dehydrogenase complex. Okay, दिख रहा है ना आपको? दिख रहा clearly? If follow my arrow mark, then you will understand. Okay. Now this succinyl coenzyme, in the presence of succinyl thiokinase, again succinyl thiokinase, it loses the coenzyme. That means either added, now again bahar aa gaya. You're understanding it? See, attachment of coenzyme, it is a temporary, it's just a short-lived one. See, if you want, I'll show you also. Acetyl coenzyme it is added and immediately it got removed. That means the coenzyme attachment is always a temporary one. Understanding it? So the coenzyme abhi again bahar aa gaya, and again one more Krebs pathway mein again it will be added. See, आपको दिख रहा है ना? See this dotted arrow mark, दिख रहा है ना आपको? Understanding it? So this by losing coenzyme A, it is converting into in the presence of succinyl thiokinase, it is converting into succinic acid, which is a 4 carbon one. See, carbons mein there is no any change, दिख रहा है ना? Now when the succinyl coenzyme, very clearly listen students, because this step में very important change is there. Very important. कितना important है ना? Many times asked question. उतना important question I am telling you. Okay. Succinyl coenzyme, when it is losing CoA and forming succinate, it results in the formation of 1 GTP. 1 GTP. What is the meaning of GTP? Guanosine triphosphate. Understanding it? That means when this reaction it is going on, 1 GDP undergoing phosphorylation and it is producing the GTP. So what is GTP? मैं पहले बार सुन रहा है, first time I am listening. Don't worry students, GTP is exactly equal to ATP, because you will confuse. I wrote very clearly here, GTP, it is also energy source only. How in our body ATPs are present, whereas in matrix of mitochondria, instead of GTP, instead of ATP, GTPs are formed. But later, one thing you need to understand, again this GTP, it will be again converted into ATP only. Understanding it? So in the conversion of succinyl coenzyme to succinate, it results in the formation of 1 ATP, but this ATP, it is produced first of all in the form of GTP and बाद में it will be converted to ATP. याद रख students, very very important, exam में आएगा तो you have to answer this. So in the conversion of acetyl coenzyme to succinate, what is the output? Output क्या है? GTP, and GTP it is equivalent to dash, it is equivalent to ATP. That means first of all the energy it is produced in form of GTP, later it is again converted into ATP only. याद रख students, please understand. Okay, now this is succinate. What happens, it in the presence of succinate dehydrogenase, that means dehydrogenase, याद आपको पता है ना what is the meaning of dehydrogenase? Hydrogens बाहर आ गया, by that these hydrogens will be accepted by FAD. अभी तक NAD is a acceptor, अभी तक आपको क्या पता है ना, only NAD, इधर दूसरा हाइड्रोजन एक्सेप्टर ये है ना, दैट मीन्स सेकंड हीरो आ गया. फर्स्ट हीरो क्या है? NAD. सेकंड हीरो कौन है? FAD. सो दूसरा हीरो आ गया, अंडरस्टैंड इट. एंड दिस दूसरा हाइड्रोजन एक्सेप्टर इज नथिंग बट FAD, एंड दिस FAD इट विल बी converted to FADH2. Okay, understood now? Now by losing hydrogens it is converted into fumaric acid. See, this is fumarate or fumaric acid, and this is also 4 carbon, and this fumarate it will be added with some amount of water, and in the presence of fumarase enzyme it will be converted into malate. समझ में है ना? And this malate it is also a 4 carbon one, and the malate it is undergoing dehydrogenation in the presence of the enzyme called as malate dehydrogenase, and these hydrogens which are lost by malate it will be accepted by the NAD, and it converts into NADH, NAD, and it converts into NADH2. Understanding it? And this malate it resynthesizes the oxaloacetic acid. समझ में आना students? I think so. This is hope you understood clearly. If you have any confusions, please let me know. Now let us count. Okay, if you take the count, 3 points in the cycle where NAD is reduced to NADH. Am I correct or not? The first place, isocitric acid to oxalosuccinate, है ना? Place number 1, and place number 2. 3 places, याद रख, count it. Okay, first place क्या है ना, the conversion of isocitric acid to oxalosuccinate, and second place क्या है ना, alpha keto glutaric acid to succinyl coenzyme, इधर भी एक NAD formation आपको दिख रहा है ना, and the third place क्या है ना, malate to resynthesis of oxaloacetic acid इधर. So 1 2 3, that means 3 places में you can be able to see NADH2 formation, whereas एक जगह पे GTP formation. किधर? From conversion of succinyl coenzyme to succinate, ये जगह पे आपको एक GTP it is produced. Of course it is equivalent to ATP, so बाद में it is again it is converted to ATP only. And एक point में FADH2 will be formed, where when the conversion of succinate to fumarate it is taking place, इधर FADH2 it is formed. So 3 जगह पे NADH2, एक जगह पे GTP, of course equivalent to ATP, and एक जगह पे FADH2. So these are the outputs of the Krebs pathway. So let us go for the end products. And students, just give me little time and then I'll come back to this. Okay. Now, what are the end products of the Krebs cycle? End products क्या है? See, this is link rate. Please don't, by seeing this, don't confuse. इधर तक, इधर तक. Okay, please follow my armor. इधर तक, this is a link reaction. So this 2 NADH2, it comes in the count of the link reaction. Sir, आपने कल बोला, फिर भी मुझे याद है, इवन इट इज यस्टरडेज क्लास, फिर भी मुझे याद है आपने बोला एक ही NADH2, बट इधर आपको आप मुझे बोल रहे हो 2 NADH2, ऐसा कैसे होता है सर? व्हाई आर यू चेंजिंग? प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. थिंक when you get some question in your mind, you try to think, just stop and then you start thinking. You remember na, one glucose it is producing how many pyruvic acids? Tell me. 2 pyruvic acids. अरे 2 pyruvic acids they undergo 2 link reactions ना. So one link reaction में, that means link reaction मतलब students you know ना, बार बार I can't be able to tell. Okay, acetyl coenzyme formation only it is called as link reaction. एक link reaction, that means एक acetyl coenzyme formation में एक, yes I do accept, but 2 pyruvic acids they undergo 2 link reactions ना. है ना. That's why 2 NADH. So please try to understand. For example, if you see 6 NADH2, how it is possible? अरे 1 minute के पहले, I think not even completely 1 minute is done. So I told 3 NADH2s, एक दो तीन, है ना. बट इधर में क्या दिखा रहे हैं आपको, क्या दिखा रहे हैं, सी 6. ये से कैसे होता है? यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड 2 एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स, मतलब दो बार Krebs cycle इज टेकिंग प्लेस ना. सी वी नीड टू काउंट द एंड प्रोडक्ट्स फॉर वन ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल. याद है ना. सी वन ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल कितना एनर्जी दे रहे हैं, दैट इज आवर फाइनल काउंट. दैट्स वाई वी आर टेकिंग द काउंट ऑफ वन ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल. वन ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल में 2 लिंक रिएक्शंस, 2 Krebs pathways. That's why 2 Krebs cycles का आउटपुट क्या है, 6 NADHs. अंडरस्टैंड इट. ये Krebs cycle में 3, बट ये ग्लूकोज में हाउ मेनी सिट्रिक एसिड साइकिल्स आर टेकिंग प्लेस, 2 ना. दैट्स वाई 6. स्टूडेंट्स, होप यू आर नॉट कंफ्यूजिंग. स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. थोड़ा थोड़ा सोचो, थोड़ा अप्लाई योर इंटेलिजेंस, एवरीथिंग विल बी सॉल्व्ड. वन ग्लूकोज, one glucose, one glycolysis, two pyruvic acids. Two pyruvic acids, two link reactions. And two link reactions, two Krebs cycles. One Krebs cycle में 3. Like that, how many Krebs cycles? 2 pyruvic acids, 2 acetyl coenzymes, 2 Krebs cycles. So 2 3 कितना? Say okay, 3 2s कितना? 6. Understanding it? So 6 NADHs. Understanding it? And 2 FADHs. Understanding it? And 2 ATPs. Of course, ATPs, of course, in the form of GTPs. Carbon dioxide, there is no count because it's not a final end product. So, chhod do. Understanding it? So, this is a end product. So, these are the end products. So, दो Krebs cycles. That means एक glycolysis में दो Krebs cycles takes place. एक ग्लूकोज के लिए दो Krebs cycles. So, one glucose Krebs cycle में you will see the formation of 6 NADHs and 2 FADHs and also 2 ATPs in form of GTPs. Hope you understand. And the link reaction, one glucose link reactions में 2 NADHs will be formed. Okay, hope you understood. So these are the end products of the Krebs cycle. बीच में you remember ना, I skipped this, है ना. Just give me 1 second, I will tell. Okay, hope you understood. This is the mechanism of the Krebs cycle, students. So I am concluding that you understood the Krebs pathway clearly. If you don't understand, please let me know. Now see, today's last topic is this. Now usually I can say 99% what happens, only glucose it produces the pyruvic acid, and this pyruvic acid undergoes a link reaction in the presence of pyruvic dehydrogenase complex, and it produces acetyl coenzyme. I think this is the 4th time I'm telling this reaction. Okay, this glucose it undergoes glycolysis. By the glycolysis, 2 pyruvic acids are formed, which are 3 carbon, and these 2 pyruvic acids they undergoes 2 link reactions in the presence of pyruvic acid dehydrogenase complex. Okay, now it loses hydrogens and it will be accepted by NAD and results in the formation of NADH2. एक में एक NADH2, दूसरा में 2. So 2 NADH2s and 1 carbon it is released out in form of carbon dioxide. So 3 में एक बाहर गया, so 2. Understand it? And 1 coenzyme it is added, so acetyl coenzyme. So this is a link reaction. Okay, समझ में ना. Now sometimes what happens, we don't eat food. समटाइम्स क्या होता है ना, वी डोंट ईट फूड, मे बी समटाइम्स बिजी, और मम्मा के ऊपर गुस्सा आया और पापा के ऊपर गुस्सा आया, देन व्हाट यू डू ना, यू डोंट ईट, है ना. दिस इज हाउ यू टॉर्चर द पेरेंट्स ना, है ना. सो इन सच केसेस व्हाट हैपेंस, हमारा बॉडी में food is not there, so glucose availability is not there. When glucose is not available, in such cases our reserve food material, that means fat, it starts energy production. So when you don't eat food material, when glucose availability is not there, so glycolysis cannot takes place. That's why what happens, the fat starts producing the energy. Understanding it or not? Now the fats they undergoes beta oxidation, and the beta oxidation it results in the formation of acetoacetyl coenzyme, and this acetoacetyl coenzyme it converts into acetyl coenzyme and continue. Same story will be continued. Understanding it? Now that starvation is prolonged. That means you did not eat for many days, that means you are not eating so many days, then fats also finish. Then last option can of proteins, and once the proteins they started producing energy na, you started to become very weak, very lean ho jayega aap, understand? Because proteins kidhar rahega students, it is a common general common sense. What is that? In our body proteins are present in form of muscles. So proteins are getting digested, matlab indirectly your muscles are getting destroyed, so that you slowly becomes very very lean, understanding it, and becomes very very inactive, lethargic, and you become so weak, understanding it. So itna der tak you should not starve. So ye ortigal ek din to chalega, so don't torture the parents more, understanding it or not? So acha se kalo, be very healthy and make your parents so happy, understanding it? So this proteins, that means this is unavoidable case, even our body don't want, I'm telling you, our body don't want the proteins to be digested, understand? It's a dangerous, understanding it? So you should not go to this extent. So in such a prolonged starvation may the proteins they starts undergoing deamination, and then they starts producing amino acids. For example, if amino acid may alanine is produced, it produces pyruvic acid, and then it undergoes the what you call link reaction, and then it forms acetyl coenzyme. No, if amino acid for produced is glycine, then directly it produces acetyl coenzyme A, understanding it or not? So alanine to pyruvic acid, and then it produces by the link reaction acetyl coenzyme. No, if the amino acid formed by the deamination is glycine, then acetyl coenzyme will be formed, and story is same story do never change, Krebs cycle, and finally produces some amount of energy. आपको समझ में है ना? And students, please understand. See, when I'm telling, try to understand, okay, in a clear way. 99% this only takes place. That's why. See, this is the actual main Krebs pathway. See, main Krebs pathway में क्या आपको दिख रहा है ना? Pyruvic acid, it is from glycolysis only na. But these two, they are the exceptional cases. That means when you don't eat food material, fats. That means when you fast, when you starve, when the fasting it converts into starving, then the proteins digestion takes place. Understanding it or not? So I think so you understood Krebs pathway, students, and also the end products of the Krebs cycle. And confusions nahi hai na? Ye Krebs cycle में 3 NADH and 1 FADH and 1 GTP. But then why I wrote 6? वन ग्लूकोज के लिए दो सिट्रिक एसिड्स ना, दैट्स वाई 2 3 कितना, सॉरी करेक्ट ओनली 2 क्रेप्स है, 2 3 कितना 6, सो 6 NADHs and 2 FADHs and 2 ATPs in form of GTPs I mentioned. Hope you understood end products, and hope you understood the mechanism, and hope you understood introduction. I am thinking so. If any doubt, please let me know, students. Okay, thank you so much. Okay.